Hey, what's up, folks? So, Diddy has finally decided to speak out after going basically weeks of keeping quiet and not saying a word. After Cassie basically sued him and Diddy settled in less than 24 hours. So, here's what happened. A fourth victim, I guess she's a 17-year-old woman or was 17 at the time, came out and basically said that Diddy committed sexual assault against her at a certain time. And now Diddy has released a statement and he said enough is enough. Let's go ahead and read the statement. And I'm just going to go ahead and give my opinion because I have a lot to say about P. Diddy, Brother Love, Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him. So here's what Diddy said on Instagram. He said, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth, Sean Diddy Combs." Okay, so if you didn't do any of these awful things that are being alleged, and you're saying that you're going to fight for your name, your family, your truth, why didn't you do that against Cassie? Why did you settle within 24 hours if you didn't do anything? Because I can tell you right now, Diddy is dang near a billionaire. He has a net worth of like $900 million. He's like mega, super, ultra, crazy rich. If I were you, and I know for a fact that I was completely innocent, and I had more than enough money to defend myself, because at the end of the day, once you get to that level, guys, and I'm sure you guys know this, once you get to that level, money doesn't really matter that much anymore because these guys are already super mega rich. They're like some of the richest people in the world. What matters now is your legacy, your name, your reputation, your character. So that's really all you got. So when that gets attacked and you're as wealthy as he is, why not defend yourself? Why did you settle? Also, you can't sit here and say, let me be absolutely clear, I didn't do any of the awful things being alleged, but then you settle within 24 hours of Cassie accusing you. Why didn't you come out with a statement and say, everything Cassie is saying is false. I am going to fight her tooth and nail. I have the money to defend myself. We're going to see you in court. He didn't do that. He settled the case. And then he had his lawyer release a statement and say that, hey, even though we settled, it's not an admission of guilt, basically insulting all of our intelligence. It's like, dude, we're not stupid here. Like, we know that you probably did it, dude. Probably. Because if you didn't, why did you settle? You know why he settled, guys? Very simple. And I don't want to hear the whole, oh, well, when you're rich, a lot of rich people settle because they don't want to spend all the money to fight the case. This guy's dang near a billionaire. I don't want to hear it. That's stuff that applies to people like me and you, or people who are just millionaires. Like, if you have a net worth of like $5 million, then I get it. You're going to spend so much money, you might as well settle, whatever. Just take your little money and leave me alone. I get it. But when you have a net worth of $900 million, settling doesn't make much sense, especially when somebody is accusing you of these awful, horrible things that Cassie has accused him of. I mean, seriously, Diddy, I don't know how stupid you think you are. We are, but there's no way to defend yourself. There is no possible way you can sit here with a straight face and deny what Cassie has alleged that you did. Also, there's another big thing that we're missing, guys. Cassie isn't the only one who's accused you of this stuff. Literally, if you go on Google and type in all the list of people who have made accusations about Diddy, it's like 30 people. Like, come on, bro, you did it. Come on, man. Like, you got old people who, your old security guard. There's this guy named Gene Deal doing interviews. There's this other guy, I think his name is Mark Curry. I think he was like an artist or something. You got other former artists, a Bad Boy coming out, all saying the same thing. Literally, there's like, look it up, guys. I'm not joking. There's like 15 different people all saying the same thing about Diddy. So you're telling me that all of them are lying? So it's funny when in the statement, Diddy says individuals, he says sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. And you know what else is missing from this statement? You guys noticed that he made this general basic ass statement, but he never actually addressed why he settled. I feel like that would have been better had you said, the reason why I settled with Cassie is because blah, 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 blah. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. I know you're going to be like, oh, well, according to the courts, once you settle, you can't talk about the case anymore, blah, 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 blah. There's always a workaround behind that. He could have explained it. Let's be real here. So the bottom line is, Diddy is trying, I mean, I'm sure he's going through it, but he deserves it because everybody in hip hop knows that he did it. By the way, I just want to make it clear, these stories about Diddy have been going on for a very long time. It's like R. Kelly, right? Like when I was in middle school, and that was a long time ago. It was like 12 years ago. When I was in middle school, okay, there were allegations about R. Kelly. There were allegations about R. Kelly in the 90s, which I was born in 94, so I was a kid. Obviously, I don't know anything about that, but from my parents, that's what happened. The 2000s and the 2010s, there were all allegations about R. Kelly. The same thing happened with Diddy. All my life, I've heard crazy stuff about Diddy. All my life, I've heard it. Diddy did this to this person. He did this horrible thing. He did that horrible thing. And it's like, some things are rumors and I get it. But when you have so many prominent people who worked with this guy all saying the same thing, security guards, former artists, former label mates, former executive, all these different things, they can't all be lying. So what, you're telling me they all came together and said, oh yeah, let's all lie on Diddy so we can do a money grab. And this is how I know it is a money grab. Because before Diddy became mega rich like he is today, people were making these allegations about him in the early 2000s. He wasn't even as rich as he is now during then. And people were still saying these things. Look at Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, way back in the day, was saying stuff about Diddy, and then allegedly Diddy got her fired. Like, this stuff has been going on for a long time. So it's like, come on, Diddy, the jig is up, my man. The jig is up. You've gone a long time of doing these awful things, and now you're finally getting justice for it, and now you can't handle it. And you're trying to protect yourself. You got lucky. You were so lucky that Cassie accepted the settlement, because had she not accepted the settlement, you would have been dead in the water. And you know it. There are so many things that were in that lawsuit that Cassie hinted at but didn't fully explain. It's like she kind of gave you the crumbs. She didn't give you the full thing yet. She was waiting for it to really go to court. Smart man Diddy said, fine, I'll give you the $30 million. Stop the lawsuit. But it's like, bro, like, you did it. And the last thing I want to say regarding all of these like bloggers and all these like super mega popular people in hip hop who are afraid to say anything, you all should really be ashamed of yourself. Like, I get it. You don't have a dog in the race. Stay out of it. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. But because you have a big platform, you got to say something. You got to. The only person I give credit here is Academics. DJ Academics is the only person I've seen who's not afraid to speak on the Diddy situation. Everybody else in hip hop is scared. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Diddy has an insane amount of power. Allegedly, he's gotten people fired, blackball, all that. He has this. He's like top 5 most powerful people in hip hop. I get it. But we're in a different time now. The gatekeeper thing isn't really as powerful as it used to be. Because at the end of the day, if you have a camera and an internet connection, you have a voice. You can start a YouTube channel and do your thing. You don't need X and X label and Spotify or whatever to get your name out there. You could literally do it on YouTube. So it really is sad and sickening that you have so many powerful men with a platform in hip hop who are just afraid to speak on this Diddy situation when everybody knows that it's clear as day that this guy, at the very least, did some of this stuff. You can't tell me he's completely innocent. So you didn't do any of this stuff, Diddy? Okay, fine. Maybe some of the absolutely crazy things, maybe you didn't do, and that's a big maybe. But again, you've had like 15 different people all accuse you of the same thing. So you did it, bro. Like, come on, man. Everybody knows it. You can get mad if you want and cry, but you did it. I mean, I get it. You have money. You got all these lawyers. So it's easy to try and, make it seem like, oh, I settled, but I didn't do it. And it never got, all these games they try to play. Man, forget all these games. You did it. It's that simple. And you're disgusting, and you should be ashamed of yourself. It's that simple. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to say. I just wanted to come out and talk about this Diddy situation because it's crazy. Anyway, that'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.